steps in working with feelings, and this works with anxiety as well. The A is awareness. It's all about awareness. Feelings is, guess what? It's to step back a little bit from the feeling. You don't have to dissociate from it. You just have to be aware of it. Awareness creates a little bit of a gap, which means you can have a relationship with that emotion. Have you noticed in your relationships, in your ongoing life with other people, that if you are completely enmeshed with the other person, it's not a relationship. If you're completely enmeshed with or overwhelmed by a feeling, you don't have a relationship with it. This is about relationship. And so, the first step is A, to be aware of the feeling. The second step is to be with the feeling. Okay, that's a very important step. How is it that, by just being aware, can I stay with the feeling rather than running from it, rather than trying to bury it, rather than trying to avoid it? Along with being with the feeling, we need to breathe into it, and then on the long exhale, to breathe it out. Find where it is in your body, and then breathe into it and breathe out. Now, that whole process is what we would call affect regulation. This is where it comes in the 4 steps. But if all we do is regulate them, we're missing out on a great deal with our emotions. Once the LIDS, the LIDS is an acronym for how to do that breathing and regulating, and I'll show you that in the next slide, okay? But for now, keep in mind you need to be with the feeling, breathe into it, let it go, breathe into it, let it go, as a way of managing it. Think of the emotions or your anxiety as this river. And you need banks on the river. Otherwise, it'll go out of control. But if you put up a dam in the river, you also have problems. And those banks, one of those banks is your awareness of it, and the other bank are the skills that you've developed, including your breathing, to keep it flowing within the banks. Okay? The C is to check out the message of the feeling, or, now, this is very important. This is when you can bring in the cognitive work. Once I have quieted down the feeling and it's manageable, it's within the banks of that river, now what I can do is that I can check it out. Well, is something really, really bad going to be happening here? Very often our catastrophic thinking with anxiety. But you have to quiet down the physical system first. And then you can ask questions. What's the worst thing that's going to happen? That's when those questions can come in. Or with guilt, the message with guilt is that I may have done something wrong. I may have violated somebody else. Then your question can be, have I really violated somebody? Or if I am angry. Now maybe I'm angry because I'm having a bad hair day. Maybe I'm angry because I have an upset stomach. Maybe I'm angry because I've misperceived the situation. But I want to respect the presence of the anger because maybe, just maybe, I'm angry because somebody has violated me. And I need to be aware of that, and my anger will tell me that. Otherwise, I become a doormat for everybody else. And then the D is optional. The D in the ABCD, okay, once I listen to the message of the feeling or the anxiety, then I can make a decision. I can express it, I can act, take some of action, or not do anything at all. But when we talk about teaching emotional competence to our clients, I think this is what we need to be doing.